What people may or may not know is that Tolkien was a devout Christian all of his life, Roman Catholic faith. From a young boy on, it meant a whole lot to him. And one of the greatest stories of literary friendship is the friendship between him and C.S. Lewis. They first became friends because they loved the same thing, that idea of that northern myth, the great skies, the great deeds. These are the kind of guys that would sit around the fire at night and read Icelandic myths to each other. Before they formed the Inklings, this famous writing group that met there at the pub in Oxford, there was first the coal biters, or in Icelandic, the coal bitar. They would sit so close to the fire on a winter night that the coals would bite their toes to stay warm. So they're friends first because of their love of myth. And everyone knows C.S. Lewis now is a Christian writer, but he wasn't always a Christian writer. When he met Tolkien, Tolkien was the Christian. And in one of the greatest stories that there ever is in literary friendship, Tolkien leads Lewis to Christ. He shares his faith with him, he shares the importance of it, and then one night in September, early 1930s, Lewis invites Tolkien over for dinner, and another friend of theirs, Hugo Dyson. And right next to Tolkien's college is Lewis's college, is Magdalen, and right next to Magdalen is this circular wooded path called Addison's Walk. And together the three of them stroll on Addison's Walk, and Tolkien opens up and talks about myth and truth and faith. And that night, something happens that opens Lewis up to the Christian faith that he'd been closed to before. And Lewis writes about it in his autobiography. He said, we were walking, and it was a still night, beautiful fall night, and all of a sudden there came a rush of wind that stirred the leaves, and we all stood in wonder, as though there was some sort of wonderful Holy Spirit there. Anyway, that was the turning point for Lewis. From that point on, he was open to faith in Christianity that he wasn't before, and without Tolkien there might not have ever been that night. Without Tolkien there might not have ever been Chronicles of Narnia or the Screwtape Letters or Myth Christianity. And the other is true also, right? Without C.S. Lewis constant encouraging Tolkien, you got to keep finishing this new Hobbit book you're working on. Without Lewis's encouragement, there might never have been The Lord of the Rings.